In this video, we're going to talk about grinding XP, or leveling up quickly, or trying to level as efficiently as possible in Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. So basically, you're going to want to, if you've got the premium edition of the game, where it gives you 5 level boosters at the start of the game, you want to put those away in storage, forget about them until you're level 65, because the aim is to get to level 70 with Kasuga, and it's going to take some time to do this. So personally, what I would recommend is as soon as you get any training gear, like the ankle weights, or even the Yakuza training gear, or anything that boosts XP, I would give it to Kasuga. I'm saying this from experience of not doing it, because he leveled up so slowly later on, it was ridiculous. So if you just whack them on him straight away, he's always going to be gaining experience. You might have to do more grinding to get through the story bosses and the sub-stories and all this and that, but it should be effective with regards to getting him leveled up a lot quicker than what I was doing. So fingers crossed that helps as an early tip in general. I assume you get those pieces of equipment from doing sub-stories in the main story, to be honest. You're going to need to do 40 sub-stories anyway for the sub-story trophy, so you're going to be doing those anyway, or at least a lot of them. So that's that. Obviously you want to equip the best equipment you can as much as possible whilst you're playing. So you get to a certain point in the game where at the start it's probably more difficult in fights and stuff, because everyone's sort of in an even playing field. But as soon as you start leveling up more and more and more from certain sections, so let's say in Chapter 1 you level up a lot, or Chapter 2 or whatever, when you get into the free roam world, if you level up a lot, you'll notice that the enemies, some of them are blue, and literally if they go to blue, where the little blue icon above the head, all you have to do is press L2 or R2, I can't remember which one it was. You press that, they literally die instantly. So you can really farm that for money, you can farm that for job experience, you can farm that for normal experience. It's what I did in the dungeons later on. When I leveled to a certain point, I was just there going, L2 or R2, whichever one it was. Quick attack, quick attack, quick attack, doom, easy life. So if you can get to that point, it's really good for farming, it's really good for job farming as well. It does bring down the EXP slightly, but it's so much more quick than doing actual fights against harder people. But having said that, if you see people with like crowns above their head, if you fight them, you do tend to get a decent amount of experience, job experience. So that's really useful to note. In the dungeons later on, you'll unlock those. If you go through those dungeons, the Yokohama dungeon later on is really useful. If you've got the DLC, you won't be too worried about this because you'll blitz through it. And I'm not talking about DLC trophies in my guide, because I'm not buying it. I don't want to buy it. Not interested in it. But if you're just doing the pure first game, Yokohama dungeon is the one for you. So essentially you'll see what are they called? Invested vagabonds, something like that. And there's like 2 different types of them in this game. But if you see them, fight them, because they'll give you a shed load of experience. And also if you're using the EXP booster things, you get like 1.5 times experience if you use 2 items, I believe, or maybe even 1.7. So you're going to level up a lot faster. It is a lot slower at the end of the game, just to be aware. It is very slow, so you will have to grind these dungeons quite a lot. Food. If you go to restaurants and stuff, you can find EXP boosting. Well, basically you eat a combination of meals and it'll give you a certain bonus. So if you can find the EXP boost on that, really useful, because that stacks on top of the equipment as well, so you can really make use of that. There are like the silver, they look like metapods basically, like the worm people. and they're quite useful. I'm pretty sure in the earlier dungeons. You can actually buy level boosters as well. In certain parts, I believe you can get them from the guy that does the can quest. The can quest, you know, where you go around on the little bike with the cart on the back. I believe you can use that to get like 32,000 points or something, and you can buy a level booster, so that's pretty useful. But yeah, I mean, it's just generally a lot of grinding for what you need to do. Unfortunately, there's no super simple way to do it. I'm not sure if you can physically buy level boosters. You probably can, but it's not needed. You know, game's probably about 100 and odd hour grind, something like that, depending. Maybe less than 100 hours. It wasn't too bad as far as I'm aware, but yeah, there's plenty of ways that you can increase your XP quicker, and if you get to the point where you can use Kasuga with that throughout the game and still win, I mean, it will be tricky because you will have to do more grinding as you go, but it'll definitely be quicker, I think, in the long run, because when you level, you know, you get stronger and all that jazz, so it is what it is. But yeah, I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. This is all from memory, so hopefully I haven't missed anything. But if I have, please do let me know in the comments. If you got any suggestions for people that'll help them in the comments, please do throw them in there. And yeah, apparently there's a merchant as well. I'm taking this from thegamer.com. There's a merchant that spawns in Honolulu, the northwest area of the map, at the very edge, and he's a traveling merchant. And apparently he spawns with different items every time, so he actually sometimes spawns with level boosters, so you can keep farming them that way. So if you're doing that method, I would recommend doing that at, like, you know, level 60 or something. Because you will get, with sub-stories and, you know, the story itself and mini-games and other stuff that you're doing throughout the game, you will get a decent amount of EXP. It's just getting from probably like 40 to 70, maybe even 50 to 70 is the challenge. But, yeah, I mean, dungeons are your best friend at this point for leveling, so hopefully this video helps. Hopefully you got some decent tips in there. If you did enjoy the video, please do like and subscribe and comment. We've also got memberships and super chats unlocked, and Discord is in the community section if you want to join the Discord with some like-minded Yakuza people. Feel free to do so. Thanks for watching. Take care. Peace out.
Yo, I think I found something! Bring it on. Yeah!
Wanna play?
I'll take it. Let's do it.
Follow my lead.
What an eyesore.
Think you can handle this? Don't get caught! You wanna fight?
I'm on a roll. Let's go.
Let's get it done!
Something wrong? I won't hold back.
No begging for mercy now.
And that's the
You
end.
picked the wrong opponent.